So when I was a kid, guys, I'd always wanted to figure out a way how to put money into a vending machine and take the money out. I saw a friend of mine actually tape cash, right? Like grab a dollar, tape some like transparent tape on it, put it inside, take it out, take the candy out. I was like, that's cool, but I'm not gonna do it. I was pretty scared. I did not want to get involved. But for the most part, this video is not about how people could actually scam your vending machine business, but it is about 5 different types of vending machine businesses you could actually start, okay? It's not just about snacks and soda pop. There are a variety of different businesses within the vending machine world that you could actually start. And by the way, some are so passive where you only have to go and pick up your cash, and then some are passive, but they do require you to refill, to rebuy merchandise. So I'll go over the top 5 right here in this video. And by the way, fun fact, in Japan, there are actually about 5 million vending machines, okay? So it's very important you put them in the right location, all right? That's all it is, you know? Don't just think that vending machine businesses are dying. No. It all depends in the location you actually put it in, okay? That's everything. So for the most part, that's it, guys. Now, on top of that, guys, make sure you actually go ahead and like this video. On top of that, also subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified. Now, the very first business is going to be an ATM business. Yes, you could actually get your own ATM, work with the bank, put your own money in the ATM, and when somebody goes by, takes money out, you would actually charge them a transaction fee. Now, my favorite business to put ATMs in is going to be a barbershop, because guess what? When people go to a barbershop, especially in New York for the most part, they don't really use like debit cards because they don't want to pay taxes. So they tend to use cash. So if they don't have cash, they go to the ATM, you charge them like $2 and $3. That's basically it. And they get their cash, get their haircut, they're out, you provide a service, and that's it. Now, 2 things here. I get these questions asked all the time. Number 1, why would a barbershop let me put my ATM there? You would split the fee with them, okay? So you could actually split it like halfway or split it like 80-20, all right? It all depends. They get free money and they also get inconvenience for their customers. So that's why they do it. Number 2 is, Tommy, if I have $1,000 in my ATM, someone goes and takes out $100, I charge them $2, I effectively got $2 but just lost $100. The answer is no. They use a debit card as if it's actually a purchase in a way. That money gets sent over to your bank account, and then it also charges them that $2. So in your bank, you're going to see $102 while that person only got $100. Once it hits 0, then you go ahead, reload the same money. It's basically just recycling cash over and over and over. That is the idea. Now, people could use like a debit card or a credit card. It all depends, but it is a little hard to get a bank to actually work with you. Now, you can actually get ATMs from anywhere from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 to a lot of money, but you could actually just look for used ones on Craigslist, okay? Now, number 2 is going to be money counting machines, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I would save a lot of quarters and I didn't want to count them. When I would go to the bank, at a certain point, they stopped counting it for me. They said, no, you got to come back. Here's the packages. You got to roll them up yourself, and then we'll actually give you cash for it, but we'll not count this stuff here because it'll take too much time. Now, they had like these machines, you put all the quarters inside and it would actually count it for you, and basically they would charge you a fee, all right? Now, that fee would be like around like 10-15% or so, and they would actually give you cash. This way, you don't have to worry about counting the coins or anything like that. Now, I never actually paid that fee because I always wanted to get my own money, like all of my money. I did not want to pay anybody any money, all right? Which, by the way, was a mistake because I could have just saved so much time. But for the most part, at that time, is what I used to do. So let's say you actually wanted to start one of these businesses. I honestly don't like them because in reality, most people, they're not going around like doing like changing coins and so on. And for the most part, you make like 10-15%, maybe like 11% here and there. And there's so much competition, and you got to put it like in good locations per se. So it's not a business I actually like, but there is a franchise called Coinstar where you could start with them and they actually help you with the location and everything else. And it's actually not that expensive to actually get started. So look up how to start a Coinstar franchise. But for the most part, if you want to get your own coin machine, that could range you a few bucks, okay? So that's the idea. So you could buy your own coin machine, put it in a location, but you gotta put it in a location where someone with change is gonna go there, you know? An ATM, anyone that might want cash is gonna go there and get cash, right? But that is a little bit more like niche in a way. So that's why I really don't like that business that much. Now, by the way, you could also do like the change machines where you put like $20 in, gives you back like 2 5s and a 10, right? Remember those two, right? So it all depends where you put those. You can put those basically like in a laundromat, right? That's pretty cool. But for the most part, again, guys, I just don't like this business that much. But I do include it because maybe you could find a way to make money by doing it yourself. Okay. Now, number 3 is going to be snack machines. Okay, like selling pop, selling snacks and candy, all this stuff. Right now. And this is probably the most standard one. Now you can find vending machines from $500, $700 on Craigslist. They're not that expensive, honestly, depending on your budgets. But there are ones that cost a lot more money that take like debit card and have, for example, like the little like what do you call it, like Apple Pay stuff. So some do cost a lot of money, but it all depends. But for the most part, this one is not that passive because in a way, I had a friend. He had like 5 of these machines, 5 or 6, and he would make good money. But he would actually have to go to Sam's, right, or Costco and shop around for all this candy, all this pop to actually reload. So there is that part. It's not like every single day you're doing this, but you know, once a week, every now and then, you have to go back and reload the machines and reload to make sure everything is actually up to date. Okay. Now, by the way, you don't have to have the machines that actually take credit cards and debit cards and like Apple Pay. Like that's cool, but if you don't have those, I've seen ones that actually just take cash and they do just as well too. Okay, so you have to kind of run the numbers. Like, would I actually want to buy a machine that costs $500, $700, right? Used that takes cash, or I want to buy basically one that costs $2,000 or $3,000 that takes like debit cards. Okay, you gotta make sure you run the numbers to know, hey, how long it's gonna take me to actually get a good return on my investment. That's the idea. So run those numbers. Now, number 4 is going to be digital machines that involve like games and so on, like arcade games or like little casino type games. Okay, now I have seen casinos type ones, but that depends on the state if it's actually allowed. But when I used to go, for example, to my laundromat when I was in New York, they did have like games for kids and also like this little one that you actually just pull the lever, it would do something. That's really passive, okay? Because in reality, all you do is go ahead and pick up your cash and you're basically done with it, because for the most part you don't have that much to do. You're not reloading candy or making sure things are okay. For the most part, it's just like arcade. It's all digital. So that's basically it. That's pretty standard. Now, number 5, this one is actually more recent and more new, and it's going to be the charger vending machines. Now, whenever I go to an airport, I do see these, okay? And some of them even have like technology inside of them, like, well, not those, but like I've seen vending machines that actually have headphones and like chargers, and they actually put them in like airports where people might need this stuff, might have forgot it and just want to buy one real quick. But again, that requires a very good location to actually get that stuff right there, like in an airport or in a hotel, right? So it's not impossible, it's possible, but it does require a little bit more elbow grease. Now, you could have like the charger ones, because the charger ones, you just provide them power for like a phone, you know, they have a wire connected to the phone, they put it in their little lockbox, they close it, they come back later and open it, and you charge them like $2, $3, $5, whatever it is, and then boom, you make money. It's not that much work, because what do? You buy the machine, you pay the electrician fee, right? And that's basically it. Or you could just pay, for example, the fee when it comes to the person that actually is there, or the location or whatever, right? That's it. Doesn't require that much work, and that's why I say it's pretty passive. But again, things that are really passive require them to be in a very good location. Like put in, for example, like a charging machine, like in an airport or something like that. That could be a little difficult. So do your research on that. But for the most part, these are 5 types of vending machine businesses you could actually get into. And if I was starting over all the way today, I'll probably do, for example, candy machines first, vending machines with like snacks and pop, and then just like slowly level up, okay? And there are a lot of arcade games you could actually buy and use those two in different areas, okay? You would want to get the machines and put them in areas where it doesn't cost you money to have them there, and you split the fee with the owner of the actual location. That's the idea. So you have laundromats, you have a lot of cash businesses. Those tend to do the best because that's where people have cash and they have time to burn, and that's the idea. But guys, Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. If you have more ideas for the mission businesses, comment them down below and let us know. And I may make a video fully on one. And by the way, I have a full video on the ATM business. If you want like a full video on any of these ones, like how much does it cost to actually start the LLC, what's the whole business plan, then let me know, comment down below, and I'll get to work on one individually, okay? Let me know. Up here is another video. Over here is my face. Subscribe. As always, long-term team officially out. Peace.